Passive aggression. Are you passive aggressive? Do you know a person who is? What can you do to help yourself and the ones that you love? Hello and welcome to Dumi's Daily Grind. My name is Dumi and I have created this channel to share my life experiences, inspirations I have found from others, learnings I have earned, and things I have been taught throughout various periods of my life, especially the ones related to sobriety, finding serenity, and general mental health topics. Please subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and please support the channel by becoming a Patreon. The link is available below. Passive-aggressive behaviors are those that involve acting indirectly aggressive, and passive-aggressive people regularly exhibit resistance to requests or demands from others. These individuals usually or often procrastinate and act stubbornly, doing what is requested without any excitement or interest whatsoever. Individuals who exhibit this behavior more often than not complain about feeling unappreciated and feeling that life is treating them unfairly. They feel cheated of what they think they deserve in life. They hardly cooperate with people around them, and they will drag their feet in protest. They will waste as much time as possible, intentionally making mistakes to sometimes irritate and anger the one who has asked them to do something. They are cynical and have a hostile attitude in general, and are definitely not willing to be helpful and to show kindness towards others. They really learn how to pretend or act as if they are willing when they are actually not willing to participate, and can sabotage the tasks that they perform, ending up with grudges and perhaps seek revenge at a later stage. They don't visibly express anger, insecurity, and resentment, and express their hostility in ways that hurt and confuse others, with them making excuses and not taking any responsibility for their actions. They are difficult to confront because they can be defensive and quite harsh when one highlights their incorrect behaviors. They will refuse to discuss their concerns in an open manner and may sometimes resort to backhandedness. And one common characteristic that they have, that I have to mention, is that they are masters of the silent treatment and stonewalling. They shut down and stick their heads in the sand, covering their eyes, mouth, and ears. Listen, they can go on for days without talking to you, without you even knowing or even remembering why you are receiving the silent treatment in the first place. Sometimes I think they get pleasure in seeing you suffer while trying to figure out what happened. They will do all of this to get their point across. Some are experts in ignoring someone. They can literally pretend that someone is not around and carry on as if that individual does not exist at all. Their behavior can be emotionally abusive, especially in incidences of quiet verbal communication. Passive-aggressive people find silence effective. It is an effective way to cause harm, to hurt, and create feelings of guilt in the other person. They find it more effective than confronting and openly discussing the issues that they have or issues that may arise. They will use silence to manipulate the outcome, especially when dealing with vulnerable individuals. So, what causes this behavior? How does an individual become passive-aggressive? It usually happens when one is not comfortable enough to speak their mind, their truth, and their feelings because of one reason or another. They become frustrated and perhaps even angry with the situation that they find themselves in. When someone feels that they cannot be honest because they are not heard and or taken seriously, they become passive aggressive. They are so used to pushing their anger so deep down inside them that they sometimes don't realize that their aggression is showing up in any situation. They don't even think they are angry anymore. They will become the victim as they sometimes forget what actually made them angry in the first place. The emotion becomes part and parcel of their personality and they just remain in that state. They are usually unhappy and more often sad. They will sometimes withhold important information, not to perform optimally, and harbor a lot of resentment towards others without saying anything or even pretending they are okay with the status quo. Now, there is a solution here. A solution for the targeted person and a solution for the passive aggressive person. Trying to mirror the behavior does not usually work. Neither does being angry and showing frustration. Doing this may just magnify the passive aggressive behavior even further. If you are the one being targeted, it may be best to just walk away for a while. Remove yourself from the space. Give them their space and limit interactions as much as possible. When they are ready, they usually resume contact. This solution does not always work though, especially in situations where you are dependent on each other in instances such as decision making. Sometimes a direct confrontation may be what is called for when dealing with a person who is passive aggressive. In this case, the best way to handle it is to discuss how exactly the person is making you feel at that moment. Do not approach them with accusations or be critical. You need to remember that they may be dealing with insecurities, anger, and frustration, and approaching them negatively will not help. Do not apologize if you are not wrong. However, you can hold them accountable for their behavior. Be straightforward and specific without mirroring their behavior. Be calm and manage your own emotions. Setting of clear boundaries also helps here. And when you are experienced in dealing with individuals who are periodically exhibiting these behaviors, you will know exactly what boundaries to set, how to communicate them, and ensure that the person understands what is acceptable and what isn't. Once this behavior becomes a character trait for the passive aggressive person, it takes time to change. If you think you are passive aggressive and want to change, then try doing the following. Acceptance that your behavior is damaging to you and to others. Be self-aware. Recognize the behavior and pinpoint the emotions behind it. The anger, the frustration, insecurity, etc. Practice introspection and find the root cause. Be present and mindful. Getting to understand the impact of your behavior. Talk to somebody, write it down, and be open to change and practice communicating your feelings to others. Try stand your ground when you know what you have to say is important and need to be heard. Be assertive and not aggressive. Consider anger management classes, therapy, or healthier ways to channel your negative emotions. Express yourself. Say it. You might be surprised what the results you get from doing that. And finally, understand that it is okay to be angry. We all get angry sometimes, and deal with anger in different ways. We can constructively change, even though it is difficult to change. Conscious change from negative behaviors is very fulfilling and brings joy, peace, and serenity. Change is possible if willingness is the driver. Thank you for your time, your support, and being with me on this journey toward finding serenity. If you enjoyed listening to me, I would appreciate it if you subscribe. You can also become a patron. The link is available below. If you would like to get in touch, you can send an email to gimmy'sdailygrind@gmail.com. Until I see you next time, stay well and may your higher power shower you with blessings and keep you safe today. Let us be diligent with the work required to achieve our goals and hopefully experience serenity and peace of mind. The answers are always right in front of us and will be revealed if we truly seek them. Let us be present, conscious, and intentional in our lives and grow positively to achieve the happiness that we truly seek. Goodbye for now. I will see you next time. Lots of love.